Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo master run with Warlock on the Festering Core with triple bows. So for Storm Color, we're going to be using Middle Tree Chaos Reach for our Warlock. Next I'll be using a kinetic bow with a Whispering Slap or any other kinetic bow with Demolitionist to get some nade back, and of course I'll be using the same as our last run. We'll be using a Void Bow. Any Void Bow with explosive head would be lovely. And next will be Leviathan's Breath. Then for a helmet I use Heavy Ammo Finder, taking Repurposing with Discipline mod. Then next I use Double Bow Loader with Disciplined and High Energy Fire. Then for a chest plate I use both reserves, countercharge, and taking ornaments with Discipline mod. For the exotic legs we'll be using the Geomag stabilizers to extend their chaos reach with concussive dampener, heavy ammo scavenger. Next I'll be using enhance, double enhance, ashes to acids with taken barrier. Alright, so we're gonna go on our sparrow. Yes, I use a broom because it is October and it is almost close to Halloween. For this run I wanted to do a middle class Chaos Reach for Warlock. I didn't really want to go for a Void subclass with Warlock. I kinda got a little tired of using Void subclasses for this season. So over here what I wanted to do was just throw my nade and try to get my super. In this run, I could have done a little bit more faster, but Champions was not my best friend. The Solar Knights just said, nah, Blitz. No, 100k for you. And also, I was spamming my super a lot. I used my super like over 10 times for this run. But luckily, I didn't die like in my last run where I was trying to do the skip jump with the Champions. So we're gonna use triple bows, as you see. And our DPS is our super and Leviathan's Breath. Here I was just using my kinetic bow since it has demolitionist to get our nade energy back if you do around 8 kills. So right now we got our super, which is good. We got our super less than 2 minutes, not bad. And we're gonna take our time and use our bows. For me, I prefer just to use my kinetic bow and then use my void bow for shields or for overload champions since it has explosive rounds. So you can see here I did forget to kill the little mini sniper. Always take down the sniper first, then the ads. The sniper can shoot you from far away. So that was my little mistake over there. So there's gonna be our overload champion. And there's gonna be little harpies. So I decided to stun and use my super just to kill it one go. You can see here I use my super. And also you can press the same buttons are L1, R1 again to cancel your chaos reach as well to save some super. So that's what I did. So now over here I was trying to kill the Hydra with Leviathan's Breath. Takes around 2 to 3 hits depending if you throw your nade right. And now I'm just trying to farm for my nade. So I'm using my kinetic bow and trying to get my nade so I can throw it and get some of my super. Because I'll be spamming a lot of super on champions. So yeah, this loadout was just for fun. Just for a little challenge for myself. Like I said before, I could have gone with a Void Warlock and spam my nades. I mean, that would have been fun, right? But, you know, let's go for Middle Tree Warlock. Let's go for Final Flash. Let's go for Kamehameha from Dragon Ball Z reference. Since the super is a little reference from that show, anime. So there's gonna be these Cyclops where they can put you in a little bubble shield and kill you. Definitely take them down first. And they can also one-shot you as well. So once I take down this hobgoblin, I quickly go down. One ad decided to kill itself. I don't know why. It did not like me using triple bows. It just wanted to kill itself, unfortunately. And now what I'd like to do is take down the Arc, taking Cabal, then the Wizard. Then I'll be taking down these Harpies. Now I know you're gonna say, how come you're not using the arc bow? You have two bows. Well, because I'm on the arc subclass, I decided just to take advantage of the nades and my melee attack to take down these shield for harpies. We only see harpies halfway of the Nightfall. So once we pass halfway of the red room, wall of death, then we don't see any arc at all, besides the boss fight of course, but they're no big deal. No big deal for them. So here we're gonna deal with another Overload champion. I was trying to lure a little bit close to me because I'll be using my super. As you can see here, I'm using my super. So how many times have I done my super so far? I think it was 2 times. So now I was just checking, is there any harpies? And looks like I missed one. So I decided to use my melee and then take it down quickly. And then we're going to take down this hobgoblin. Next, what I like to do is kill down or take down this Cyclops. And I like to use one Leviathan and a kinetic bow to get my nade back. So I went over here just to throw my nade at the harpies. And then we could just skip those ads that do appear inside a little tunnel. You don't really have to kill them. They don't appear unless you go to that specific little area. So now there's going to be some harpies and of course a Cyclops. First we're going to take down and try our best to try to get the harpy, but it didn't work out with my melee. So I was going to wait for my nade so I can throw it at the harpy and just take down the shield. So yeah, things can happen like this. Now I was just trying to wait for the shield to go away to move a little bit so I can use my Leviathan's Breath and take down this Hydra. Reason why I'm going to take down this Hydra is because the Cyclops can kill me and also can shoot from a long distance. Alright, so once I do take down some Vex goblins, I want to do is take down the Cyclops again. So once I took it down, then I'll be dealing with the Hydras, the Harpies, and the Overload champion. So now we're gonna stun the Overload champion, and then we're gonna use our super again very soon. So yes, you'll be seeing me doing a lot of Dragon Ball Z references. We're gonna use a lot of Chaos Reach, Chaos Flash, Chaos Kamehameha. So yes. Alright, so we're gonna take down these little hobgoblin snipers, and then of course we're gonna deal with another Overload champion. There are too many Overload champions in this Nightfall. Way too much, it's exhausting. So now I just want to use only my bow. I didn't really feel like using my Leviathan's Breath because the critical shot for these Overload champions are so weird. I mean, it's a little buggy, and it has been buggy since the beginning of Shadowkeep with these Overload champions. When you do a critical shot, you have to go a little to the left or the right side, depending how it's done. This overload champion, it's super annoying. I really hate it. You're gonna see me missing my critical shots, even though I did critical shot with my Leviathan's breath exotic. You'll see it very soon. It's ridiculous. I honestly hate these Vex overload champions where their critical spot is in the middle. I hate it. Alright, so now over here we're going to deal with these harpies. I threw my nade there. And now we're going to deal with a lot of overload champions. So there are around 4 overload champions around this area. Let me just try to remember things. There's 1, then there's 2, 3. Yeah, around 4. This is the area where Bungie decided to put a lot of champions and make you spend over 5 minutes on this little area where we have to take down these Vex barriers. Because we're using triple bows, this will take some time, and also because we're now a void subclass, unfortunately this will take a little bit more time than usual. So you can see this Vex in the middle can shoot you from far away. That's why I always say to just take it down the sniper from all the way from the right, and then this Vex that I just killed in the middle. Well, the harpy, I mean. Then once you kill that, you can take your time with these goblins. Especially with your fire team, always make sure you take down the harpies and within the sniper. Then of course we're gonna deal with another overload champion. Unfortunately, you can see here I decided to use my super and it's very dangerous. Always take down all the harpies, then use your super. You can see I almost died, so that was bad. Bad move, Blitz. Bad. So now I'm just trying to take my time with these harpies. And since we clear all the ads, now what I like to do is walk forward a bit and then go back to my little safe spot and take down these ads. So once we take down all these ads, there's going to be another wave of ads and of course another overload minotaur. Fortunately, we're going to be dealing with a lot. Honestly, I really hate this part. This part kinda irritates me. It's very time consuming. And yes, I have to go back here and deal with another overload champion. I mean, you guys saw that. I just killed one like a minute ago, right? And now I have to kill another overload champion. So you can see here, I was just using my bows and trying to take down this overload champion. So yes, this can take some time. That's why I decided to use 2 or decided to put 2 overload. Just in case if I accidentally switch to the wrong bow. I mean, it's already, you know, triple bows. I mean, it's fun, but you know, it could take some time. Especially if only I wasn't the easier subclass. Anyway, there'll be another wave sets of ads, and guess what? Another champion appears. What, you guys thought it was over? No, there's gonna be more champions. So what I like to do is just take down these little ads, then try my best to do critical shot, but unfortunately it did not do that, which was very sad. I was very irritated, very much. So I think I tried again with Leviathan's Breath. Let's see. Did I do it? Let's see. Okay, I decided to just keep using my bows and wanted to save for my heavy. I'm trying to remember because I was farming this run like 8 times. 8 times and still I was having trouble with critical hits with this overload minotaur. But like I said, it has been like this since the beginning of Shadowkeep. Like, this is not new. This is very old. And hopefully they can fix it the next season. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? So once we take down all the Vex barriers, then you hit the big box. But here I was just looking for some heavy. Cause you know, I just want to get a couple of heavy here and there. Now we're gonna deal with the red walls of death. Yep, I like to stay away from them. They also do give you a warning if you're close to them, so you won't get killed by it. So I use my Leviathan heavy. I use my heavy and then use my kinetic shot to take down the Cyclops. So there'll be a few more Cyclops in this Nightfall. And here I was just taking my time and just shooting them down from long range. So yes, this will take some time. This will be a slow run. So you can see these ads, these taken goblins were shooting me from far away. That's why I want to keep myself as distant as possible, because I did not want to deal with them trying to kill me. So I was trying to take down this Solar Knight. These are the ones that are going to give you a hard time, to be honest. And it ran away from me. Oh dear. I was honestly very upset. Good thing I muted my mic there. Because I was really upset. Like, why did you run away? Come back. So over here I decided to use my heavy. But then it was closing, so I couldn't. So I decided just to go with the Overload Sniper. Now these snipers are easy to kill than the Overload champions with the middle critical spot. Very, very easy to critical shot with the heavy, by the way. You can see here, very, very easy. Easy peasy. But for the middle critical spots for the Overload, there's just a pain. Very painful, to be honest. So once we take those down, what I like to do is just take down the other Overload Minotaur. And I was having a little trouble over here, to be honest. It kept moving around. Like, this one's a little RNG. So in my last footage you saw me, I had no problems killing this Minotaur. And then over here I am having some problems because these Harpies were shooting me. And I was trying my best to take down this Overload champion with a bow. So you can see here it was walking. I couldn't hit it. And then you can see here that these taken goblins saw me, they were shooting at me, so it could be very, very dangerous if you do move up too close. So yes, this could be a little draggy. And I was like trying to lure this Overload champion to walk towards the middle so I can kill it, and it was not working out. Then unfortunately this Overload champion decided to push, so I decided to use my super as an emergency. So I had to go for plan B, because what I wanted to do is save my super and then go on top of the right where you see this big pipe, right? Like in my other run. But couldn't do that, so I had to go for plan B. Just wait for my super, take down some ads, and then try to kill the sniper Overload champion too, and take down the ogre. So yeah, things can happen like this. This is just a little bad luck I was having to deal with these Overload champions. So you can see I was just scouting. I was trying to figure out if maybe I can shoot it from far away from here, but I couldn't. So I decided to move forward and take down the other Overload champion. Now there's going to be two ogres, and recommend you take them down, especially in the fire team. They will kill you. They will push you towards the wall, you will die. So now I'm just trying to take down this ogre. You don't want to mess with the bout. And of course these red walls of death can also damage adds and champions, which is good. You can see here it took down some of these adds. So these red walls of death can be a good thing as well. And also have to be careful with them too. So now I wanted to deal with this champion. So I was trying to do a critical hit and then use my kinetic bow or my energy bow to take it down. Usually my energy bow is easier to take them down than my kinetic. So once I took it down, I decided to go back to the plan A where I was supposed to go to this pipe and take down the overload. Since I have my super back, it's best and safe to go and take it down quickly. And plus there's no red walls of death blocking my way. So I was just trying to bait the overload champion. So you can see here I'm just waiting for it and then I use my super quickly as fast as possible. Then once I did cancel my super just to save 1 bar. And then I'll be taking down the Cyclops. And I accidentally used another heavy bow. I did not mean to do that, so I wasted 1 little bow there for heavy. Then what I like to do is just make my way down here and then work with the last overload champion around this specific area. Here I was just looking for some heavy, but there was no heavy, so I just said, okay, well, I'll just move on then. So now what I like to do is go on top of here, but I decided to wait. Reason why is because the red wall was gonna block my area. You can see here the red wall was gonna move forward where I was gonna stand and kill the overload champion. So I waited for this red wall of death to pass by, then I can work with the overload champion. So yeah, things can happen like that. So now over here I want to take my time with the overload champion. And of course, a harpy out of nowhere, he was there, so would recommend you take it down. But because it wasn't a threat, not too much, I decided to ignore it and just take down the overload champion. So you can see here I did use my melee and for some reason it didn't damage it, which it was weird because I was close enough to damage the shield. So it was unfortunate, so I was just waiting for my nade so I can throw a nade and just take it down. The gold harpies are very dangerous, wouldn't mess with them. And of course the solar knights. Now since we killed the champions, I decided to ignore the solar knights and just proceed to the next area. There is really no point of staying around unless to farm some heavy, but you know, we don't have to do that. So now there'll be 2 unstoppable champions and a taken minotaur. Now this minotaur, we'll be seeing them in the boss fight. Definitely take them down the Kushi from far away, and it also can mess you up if you're trying to aim, especially on snipers. So you can see here I was trying to stun and then do a critical headshot. You can see here I did one. And then it was hiding, unfortunately. So you can see here they love hiding behind that little circle rock. So what I did is I went back so the Cyclops can focus on the champions. Then I went back over this platform to see if I can get this Cyclops, but because my heavy, loading this bow just takes a lot of time. So I was trying to do a critical hit, but it was on the back, fortunately. So I was trying to take at least one champion down. You can see here. Trying to take it down. So once I take one champion down, then I can make my way to take down the Cyclops. So you can see here I was trying again. I was trying to see if I can shoot it, but it kept closing. I wasn't fast enough, unfortunately, so I decided to just stay around this platform, and then there'll be an ogre. But first, you can see here, I did critical shot it, and it kept missing. So yeah, these Cyclops can be super annoying. And it regained his health a bit too, so yes, this is unfortunate bad luck over here. And then for some reason the ogre decided to help me kill a Cyclops. Well, thank you, ogre. That was funny. Now for these ogres, they like to push you off the map. So I was being very cautious here, because I did not want to mess with them. Fortunately, this wall of death was in the way, so I just back up, just waited for it to pass through. But unfortunately, the Unstoppable was pushing me, so I decided to use my bow and then use my super just to kill it and take it down. So I could have saved my super here, but I was trying to move my Chaos Reach to the ogre so I can kill it quickly. So once we take down this ogre, and I was also trying to throw a nade, but I missed because it pushed me. So I messed up my grenade throw. So yeah, this can be very draggy. So now we have no heavy, unfortunately. We only have 2 primary weapons. Now things get a little bit slow because I don't have any heavy to back me up for your heavy DPS, and I didn't have any super because I used it on champion. So now I'm just trying to see if I can get some heavy. But it didn't work out too well, so I decided just to keep using my bow to take down the champion. Of course, there is a little major cabal. It does shoot you. Sometimes it just hides in the corner. But in this run, it did not want to hide. It was trying so hard to kill me. So if you're on red health, use Healing Rift. Or Titan, use Shield. Or for Hunter, I would say hide. But if you're a Void, you can use Invisibility to recover, I guess. But anyway, we took down the Overload champion, and then I'm trying to take down this cabal, but the Red Wall of Death decided to help me. I was very happy. Thank you, Red Wall of Death. You killed this annoying cabal taken. Isn't that nice? It decided to kill some kill some major ads for me. First, I like to take down the Vex Barrier on this plate, then the other one. Reason because if I do take down the Vex Barrier on the one where we were standing before, they'll be taken bunnies, aka the taken prisons, and the Solar Knight and the Ogre. Yeah, we don't want to mess with them, so it's better to go over here in my opinion. Now over here, I was just waiting for my nade. And I was being super cautious. This ogre can push you off the map. It has done it so many times with me last month. So we took it down. The Red Wall of Death decided to help me with the ogre, which it was very kind. Very kind of you, Red Wall of Death. It's killing all the major ads. I've been having trouble. Now this guy, This guy was tricky. So I didn't have any heavy, and I didn't have any heavy, and I didn't have anything to kill it with, and then using primary would just take forever. So I decided to use my super for here just to take down the shield, and then once I take down the shield, I can take down these Solar Taken Knight. So yeah, usually in those situations, if you don't have heavy, then use your super. So that's what I did. I used my super, might as well. So now we took down the Vex barriers, and we're going to take down this last little box, and then we're going to do the same thing as my other video. We're going to skip 2 champions and still get platinum. But firstly, we're going to deal with these taken prisons, these gold bars, and hopefully I can get some heavy, and we did, finally. Did not have any heavy at all for like 3 minutes. So you saw me skip on my Titan, so we're gonna do on Warlock. Warlock is the easiest to do the jump, then Titan and Hunter. For Hunter it'll be a little different. So now, if you see this blight here, you jump over here. Then you just push forward, you don't go back there because there'll be unstoppables and also a wizard spawning and we don't want to deal with it. So that's what I did over here. Just don't want to deal with the wizard, don't want to deal with the invisible taken minotaurs, unstoppable 2 champions. So it's best to skip them, save time, and just get to the boss. Honestly, would recommend you do this, and if you're an LFG, please tell them to skip it. They're not gonna skip it. I already know what's gonna happen. I have tried to tell people from LFG, but they don't listen to me. They think I'm crazy. But seriously, I have tried and they don't listen to me. You'll still get platinum, you'll still get all the full rewards. You'll be saving around 5 minutes of your time. And then everyone can be very happy. But anyway, here there's gonna be a Solar Knight and Void taking prisons, well, taking goblins. Now over here it was a little slow. I was having trouble with the Solar Knight. It kept hiding inside the blight. Super annoying. It takes around 3 heavies to take down the shield, but unfortunately this taken knight was not being fun. It was kind of ruining my run. And it was moving towards the Overlord champion where it knows that I cannot get close to it. And it was like, not today, Blitz. Gonna be with the Overlord champions. Gonna ruin your time. So I decided to use my finisher and then back away quickly because these Overlord champions, you don't want to mess with them. So you can see I was sprinting to get my super. So now over here I just want to lure 1, sometimes 2 approach you. And then I want to take down this Overlord champion quickly as possible. And yes, I use my super. And it's a must. It's a must to use a super. You can also save for the boss as well, but for me, I just wanted to get it done. Plus, it's not fun to deal with 2 Overlord champions at the same time. If I had to be really honest, it's just get it done, you know, and just make it to the boss. So yes, you can see here I was using my finisher so I can get my nade back since we have high, well, I mean taken repurposing. So now we took down all the Overlord champions and finally we can deal with the boss. So you can see here we made it here around 30 minutes unfortunately. And now we have to deal with the boss, which is going to take around 10 minutes. It takes around 10 to 15 minutes because this boss is so tanky. If this boss wasn't tanky, then this run could have been 38 minutes. Plus, if I was a Void subclass, then it would have been less. It would have been like 30 minutes, to be honest. The whole run. So, fortunately, I had to use my heavy, right? And I had to use my kinetic bow and my energy bow, and then to be at spawning, mainly they're all void shields. So that's another reason why I decided to use a void bow. I wanted to take down the shields and spam my nade and try to get some heavy. It just seems much easier since I was an arc subclass, so you know, might as well take advantage of it. So now you can see here, I was just breaking down shields and spamming my nade. I know, it's fun, isn't it? So now we got our super, which I was happy. I want to take down this major gold bar sniper. And then also damage the boss. So sometimes these void shield taken goblins do like to hang around with the boss, unfortunately. So I was trying my best to try to take it down, and loves to stand around. And it can be a little annoying, especially if you don't have void bow. You would have to get close to them and take them down, or if you're a void subclass, you just use your nade to throw at them. Or you can use a sword as well, but sword can be dangerous as well. So now I decided to go to a different area so I could try to do critical hits on the boss. So over here we're using our heavy and then throwing our nade. And here I decided to save my super for the Cyclops. They're going to be gold Cyclops. And they're going to be very, very dangerous. On this footage you didn't see me be trapped in a bubble so much. I don't think I ever did in this run. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't think I did, but I did in my Titan run where you saw me, I was in the bubble from the Cyclops, and then you could just jump in the air and you can avoid it by that. Well, run and jump, you know. So once it has one bar, it will pop a shield, this boss, and then there'll be a wave of ads, and of course there'll be champions. So there's going to be Overload Champion, there's going to be Harpies, and a mix with Solar Knights. Usually I like to leave them alone with the Minotaur. But first we're going to deal with the Cyclops. So for me, I decided to use my super. Just use my super, get it done, just get rid of this Cyclops, because this is the one where it's going to ruin your run, and it's not going to let you play hide and seek with these wave of ads. Now the Overload champions sometimes like to sneak up on you, but for this footage it did not. I decided just to focus on these ads. So you can see here the Overload was about to sneak up, but then I crouched over here and then it went back to the wave of ads. So that's another way you can do with the Overload Minotaur. You can manipulate it and just crouch down on top of that platform, and then it'll just focus with the ads. Now over here, this Solar Knight saw me and they were shooting me from far away, so I was trying to use my heavy to take it down quickly as possible. And now we're going to deal with the Harpies. So you can see here it says defeat the Vex. So right now it's safe to take down the Harpies and the Taken ads and leave the champion. So you can kill the champion last for the boss to spawn. If you do kill all the Vex and not the Taken, the boss will spawn and the Solar Knights will give you a hard time. Definitely be careful with your fire team, because I already know they're gonna kill the champion, all the Vex, and then the boss will spawn in the middle, and then they're gonna freak out and say, what's going on, why is the boss spawning with the champ? I mean with, you know, with all these Solar Knights. So don't do it. Always take down the Taken Solar Knights, Harpies, and then the Overlook Champion last. Or it could be other way around, but definitely take down the Taken ads or the Knights. So here I was just saving for my super. And of course saving my heavy. I didn't want to use my heavy on this Overload Champion. So yeah, this boss is very draggy. Now the boss will spawn in the middle. So here I was waiting for my super. This is a good phase where you can use your super a lot. I was waiting for my super, and of course I'm going to be using my heavy, but not so much. I wanted to save my heavy for the two unstoppable champions that will be spawning very soon once you do a specific DPS on the boss. So here you can see I was trying to use my Chaos Reach. So you can see here that I use a ton of super, and it's still tanky. You can see the health right now. It's halfway there, the health. So yes, this boss is very draggy. So even using my super, it still could be time consuming. So now there'll be two unstoppable champions spawning because we did some specific DPS on the boss. Now here I was trying to see if I can get some heavy off from these Taken Cabals, so I was trying to see if I can take them down bit by bit. So I was trying to do a critical shot and instead I didn't. So yes, I got Bungie here. It's unfortunate, you know, this happens. Also, it also could be because the boss was shooting me and these ads were shooting me. They kind of messed up when I was trying to do a critical headshot with the heavy. So unfortunately I was low on heavy and this was a little draggy, to be honest. So yes, I only have one heavy and I was trying to take it down. So over here I was waiting for my grenade to spawn or to charge up so I can get some heavy. That way I can deal with the unstoppable champion. So yeah, as you can see here, I was trying to do critical shot, but no, the boss said not today, Blitz. No critical shot for you. So yeah, I was having a little bad luck here. And I was trying to kill it, but it wouldn't let me. Because I was low on heavy, I decided to do a stun and then just grab some heavy. Very soon. Yes, I think in this footage I stunned it. And then I grabbed some heavy. Since I was low and I needed some heavy to take down this overload, well, unstoppable champion. Even with charge of light, it's still a drag. So you can see here, and then do one critical headshot, and then you can throw your nade and get your heavy back. But this boss just walked away, fortunately. So now I decided to use my heavy. I'm gonna be saving my super for the next Cyclops in, and then use my heavy for the whip ads. So yeah, also another thing, this music is so weird. It doesn't really suit for this boss fight. So there'll be a Cyclops spawning and you can use your super. So that's why I did. I used my super to take down the Cyclops. Didn't want to deal with it. And then I used my nade, and then this harpy was just standing on top of the boss. It was so weird. I was a little scared it could shoot me from far away, but it didn't. Then it lagged and decided to go spawn somewhere else. So there you go, Bungie. That's Bungie there. And you can see the harpy was there. It spawned back there, I guess? That was weird. So you can see here I was just taking down the shield, and then we'll be dealing with the last Overlord champion. I know, you guys are getting fed up with these champions. I am too. I am sick of these champions. So here I decided to save my heavy for the boss. I didn't want to use it on this Overlord champion. So you can actually just use your bow to take down these champions. Which is fun. It's no problem at all. I think bows were more stronger on the Shadow Keep season than now. But anyway, there'll be 2 invisible taken Minotaurs and definitely take them down. One got pushed, unfortunately, which I did not mean to do that. So now I'm just trying to see if I can find him. I didn't want to mess with these invisible Minotaur because they can definitely kill you. And they're the ones that give you a lot of damage. It's not the boss, it's the invisible Minotaur. So I was trying to look for him. And it was really hard to see where he was, so I made a little guess and like, oh okay, I found him. Because they love to teleport when turning invisible. They're a big pain, very painful. So now we took down the 2 invisible taken Minotaur, so now we can take down the boss, and the boss is so tanky. So you can see here, I didn't have any heavy. And I was trying my best to take it down. Then I decided to see if there was some heavy around. I was scouting, so is there any heavy? Because this is very, very annoying. But there was no heavy. So I'd use my super. I used my super and still the boss was alive, unfortunately. So you can see here I had no heavy, and the only thing I can do is just spam my primary weapons. So yeah, basically just use my bow to take down this boss. So yeah, this boss is very tanky. It's like inside Terminus boss. So I was hoping Bungie would give me some heavy or some ammo, but it didn't. I was very, very upset. I wish it could have given me ammo, but nope. It's like, nah Blitz, no heavy for you, no ammo for you. So I think Bungie was pissed off at me, and that's why they didn't give me any ammo. Cause I was like making a little joke about the 2 Vex barrier area where there's like 4 to 5 Overlord champions, and I said I was way too many champions. Whose idea was this? They got a promotion for it, and that's why I was struggling for ammo. Anyway, I was trying to see if I can get some ammo, even though I beat the boss. And then later on they did give me ammo, but it was too late. I don't need it. Probably go on my hunter next. Still debating, because I'm a little tired. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.